How you doing, everyone, all right? Everybody good? Yeah, man, I had to turn up in a suit. Usually I'm in my jeans and all that, but I couldn't turn up to a fashion show with... And I can afford a suit now. I can afford it. Those that have children know you can't afford the usual luxuries that you used to have before you had them. But like my mum, when my mum, like, I'm the youngest, when I left home, I noticed once all of us left home, how nice my mum's house became. Have you ever noticed that? The house becomes really nice, with good furniture, a good carpet, once they leave, yeah? So now, I ain't got no kids in my house, just a cat. I can afford to splash out a little. So I look all right? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm glad. And I asked them, they wanted me to stay all day here with them, you know. I came from about 3 to do a sound test, and I left. You understand? I'm an aging comedian. I don't want in 30 years, I'm up on no charges like these BBC people and all the rest of them. Do you see what I mean? At a beauty pageant. Everybody see what happened to Mike Tyson, innit? No. They have to go. But it's nice with all the family and parents and... Wicked, and you look, your mum of one of these, but you look like one of the contestants then. She does, she look young. And you yourself. What? But they're girl children, so they don't stress you. Do you have any boys?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Does he stress you?
No.
None at all? Was you one of them parents that beat their children? I can ask that, innit? Was that too much? Was you?
Yes.
Yeah? Did you give them some licks?
Yes.
You can say it now. Social service ain't here and they're gone. No, when they're little, mums are the biggest liars when it comes on to remembering the past. All of you in here have grown up with your parents, and at some point, most of us would have got a slap here or there. Yeah? Right. Have you ever, as a grown person, been at home with your mum, just reminiscing about old times, and mentioned one of the beatings you got when you was younger? And she looked in your face and said, I never used to eat you like that. You think, what? Are you crazy? Look at these Kunta Kente marks. That's why I love parents. Old school parents as well. You brought us up good. Young ones now, they don't have to go shopping. We had to go shopping. Mum walking us up and down. Now the younger ones, you look go maybe supermarket, one other place, that's it. Back in our day, you went greengrocers, market, fish market, supermarket. Remember, anybody over 30, 35 will remember, they took you everywhere like we was lost. You couldn't pick up anything. You remember that? You ever tried to hide something in the trolley, thinking mum won't see it, pop it in behind her back? And she, as she's putting it out onto the conveyor belt, just and put that to the side. Kids can get anything. I realize I spoil my kids as well. They can get anything they want. Who wanted them little box of cereal? You remember when you was young? Them little, especially black parents, you ask them, they go on like you ask them to buy them a house, innit? Is that how much is that? Put that down. Not dynamite, you know what I mean? Put it back, put that down. They load you up with the shopping bags though, innit? Parents could load you. Now you can't do that with your kids. They call social service on you. Well, no, listen, I remember, I'm going to show you how I know I've proper done shopping. My brother Brocky's left. And I'll tell you when it was, I remember clearly. Those that was old enough. Do you remember when we had a big storm? Years and years ago, 80-something. And all the trees lying Peckham. All the main road buses couldn't run. Mum sent me shopping, walking from Brockley. That's just down the road there to Peckham. That's a 3-mile walk as a 9-year-old. I don't live in Africa. Yeah? It's only Jamaica and Africa I know you have to walk everywhere like that. My parents said, I've never met a Jamaican live next door to a school, have you? Especially old school. I have to walk 15 miles to school and 15 miles back. Lies, not lies. That is lie. My dad could tell some big lie, you know. They could. My dad was in his 90s when he passed. He could tell some big pookie like he could swim good. We swim strong. We go out there and harpoon shark. Go away with that, daddy. Harpoon shark. I do a lot of Jamaicans there. Any Jamaicans in the house? Yeah. I love it. I had an old school dad. My dad passed last year, 93. Had me old. No, sorry, yeah, that's good innings. You don't have to say sorry. He born 1922. That's what I'm saying. That's good innings, isn't it? Good innings. Got a bag of picnic. Dead like proper old Jamaican, man. You don't arrange it. Mums, and that's one thing I love about you mums. You don't arrange things. Even down to funeral and that. Mum will arrange your funerals and that. That's just dead. There's always that you have to shell in your pocket to bury them, you know. That's just dead. And black funerals are different. Like, now, they're different. I notice some people getting from 80, say it's too expensive to bury people. That's how cheap we're getting. I thought it was just at the length of the sermon, because don't get me wrong, I've been to funerals, but black funeral and white funeral, two different things. Especially white cremation. You ever go to one of them? Addicts. I mean it. Black ones are all day long, innit? All day. You gotta actually take a day off work. Not just lunchtime, you got to take the whole day off. If you're gonna do the whole funeral, that's your day gone. I hear that. There's nothing wrong with a celebration of life, but I don't want to be celebrating so long. And the thing is, for half of the funeral, you're not supposed to say you're laughing and joking. There's only if the person was known as a big joker. But if they weren't, it looked disrespectful. Everybody else says, ooh, and you're like, ha, 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 ha. Everyone wonder what you're laughing at. See, I think it's too long for all day. I can do that for an hour. All day. The preacher then, you know that preacher. They don't stick to time. They always got the timing on the board of the service, innit? From 9 till 11. They need to scrub out the ending part. From 9 to question mark. They're there forever. When you're young, I don't mind as an adult, we can take hunger. When you're young, 6, 7, the little ones, I watch them in church, hungry, killing them. Everybody remembers when your mum sent you to church and the preacher's up there. Can we get an amen? You're thinking, can I get some lunch? 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm skinny. Long. So that's how funerals are. And then you have to leave there and then go to the burial place and then everyone has to sing. Everybody. I went to a white cremation. They don't muck about. I mean, they don't turn up lunchtime. One home sing, one song, one prayer, one that's it. And just boom, and you went. That's it. They went down the pub for a swift half. To Harold. And then that's it. They go home. Black people want rice, peas, chicken. They want drink rum. They want DJ, dance hall. You see what I mean? You see what I'm saying to you? Why people don't muck about? Eat you no son. See you later. No, I don't mind that. I don't need a long funeral, but I love it. But look after your elderly. I will say that. These ladies are young. You mums are young. The elderly, look after them. I noticed. Looking after my dad. I looked after him 8 years before he passed as his carer. Yeah? They're not easy. Oh, I'm going to tell you now. I'm telling you. And don't rely on these little young kids. I don't rely on them. None of my kids anymore. That's why I'm trying to get rich. So I can buy 2 masks. Listen, don't rely on these young generation of kids born in England now. They are mean. They're mean. They're mean. Listen, have you ever bought one of them a sweet and ask them for one of the sweets. You have to take it off him. And if you cry, I'm going to dash it away. You got to be mean to them, son. They're mean. I looked after my dad. I had diabetes. Diabetes, you know. And black people, we know we suffer from it. Us in the Asian community, we suffer from diabetes. It's the worst. So he's got diabetes. He's got it about in his mid-70s, 80s. Quite late, you know. He's even for a man that smoked and done. He actually lived quite long. While everybody else is dead enough. We don't know how this man survived. But he got it. But you know, once old people, it don't matter their colour, are setting their ways, they're setting their ways. So they've got the diabetes and taking tablet, he's still putting sugar in I mean, I don't think you understand. You don't understand the amount of sugar he used to take to get diabetes. My dad would make a cup of tea and put 3 teaspoons of sugar in the tea on top of Nestle's milk. Do you understand? That's Nestle's milk. Thick, sweet milk. Creamy and sweet. And that's how he used to drink it. But he's taking the tablets, and what it was starting to do, the older he got, it would make him act funny, either more off balance or whatever. It was affecting him. So I said, listen, stop doing that. Because what he was doing, I was hiding sugar, I was throwing it away and stop buying sugar. You know, this man come out on the road, call the young youth, them on, hey, come here, I mean. But I shop go buy me some sugar. You know, they thought he wanted a bag of weed. He wants sugar at the shop. So I said to him, I'm going to tell the doctor. Because one thing, old people can pull the wool over your eyes, people. Old people are just as tricky as youngsters. They are, they're sneaky. But my dad will sit down in the doctors when I take him appointment, you know. And the doctor say, well, Mr. Taylor, we're not sure why your blood pressure is so high and your sugar level is not balancing back out. Are you taking your medication? But then sit down there, yes. No matter how the man's talking to him, yes, okay, yes. When we get in the car, Dad, what did that say? What do you mean, what did the doctor say? Well, you're listening. How can you be saying yes? So I said, all right, I'm going to start snitching you. If you don't stop taking sugar, I'm going to say to the doctor next time, he still takes sugar and tell him how much sugar. You know what Dad said to me to try and silence me? Listen to the wickedness. If you tell them that, and tell them that I look after me, cow. Ain't that wicked? And he made me know that to laugh. He let me. He told them I'm not looking after him. Ain't that wicked? I love me my Jamaicans, man. Old school Jamaicans are the best, I will say. Old school, they give you some joke, because we don't pronounce stuff correctly sometimes. There's certain words Jamaicans cannot pronounce correctly. Bomb is one of them. We can't pronounce the word bomb. We class it as boom. That's why black people can't be terrorists. Okay? I'm going to tell you right now. We can't. Number 2, black people don't fool with explosives. We just don't. You want to check the bonfire night was just the other day. Any white folks, you got bonfire left over in a box? Try and get your black friend to drop off somewhere. You won't take it. I'm not taking that is a boom. No, it's fireworks. It's a boom. We can't say the word certificate. Not those that comes from Jamaica, real. They can't get serve a ticket. I got to do that day, and then give me a serve a ticket for my illness. Oh, certificate, that listen. And as I said, the old school, I think it's all old school men. No matter where they come from, I think they're just more tougher than us younger ones. Younger ones now, we need counselling and all kind of foolishness. Old school weren't like that. We didn't know they need counselling until there was on the news, so they killed the whole family and the dog. That's what it is. We like to be, they're tough. They wouldn't say, oh, I was crying. My dad told me about one of his good friends that died, and he was a proper good friend, so he did have feelings. But he wouldn't say, so it's like, we'd say cry, innit? My dad wouldn't say the word cry. Too tough to say the word cry. Why? It broke my heart. You want? That's what he said, you know. It broke my heart. You want to see water fall out of my eyes. Did you hear me? You want to see water fall out of my eyes. Ain't that crying in England? It's crying, isn't it? I don't have to deal with parents no more. Don't have to deal with kids. The only thing I've got now is a cat at home. I know, it's that thing. I've got a little cat. I needed a cat that had mice, man. I did. I had mice. I ain't got no shame of it. I had mice. No, I live in a block, man. I don't know. They're running through the walls, up and down, holding dance, and everybody's flat. So I got myself about, and I got a man cat. I don't want no woman cat. Female cats, I don't know, man. They're a bit easy. You understand? That's how I see them. They're easy. What kind of person is that? They go out at night, come back pregnant. Don't want to say who the baby daddy is, you know. They don't want to talk. Just sitting down there for you to feed them up. Yeah, but you know what? It's not even like they're pregnant with one at a kitten, you know. Oh, 8, 9 of them. You go sleep with one, you wake up with 10 puss in the house. You're walking around the neighborhood, you don't know the tomcats are teasing you. They're like, you don't know who is the daddy for all these. They should have CSA for cats, they really should. Find out who these tomcats are and knock on that owner's door and ask them for money from kitty cat and all that other stuff. Pet thieves. So I got the cat. I did. Cats in the house though, boy. You know what? It's cold. You know it's cold when you don't see animals and teenagers out on the road. You know the little new roads that you usually see them hanging out? If you notice them empty now, isn't it? Cold! I left my cat out earlier for about 2 hours. Opened the door, cat came in, he said, close the window. Me now I go back out there. For real, man. I didn't really want a cat. I don't like a cat. The only thing, I've got to be 50-50. Because it's very independent, which I like. I couldn't be a dog owner, even though a dog's more loyal. Because dog owners nowadays, especially dog owners nowadays, you have to walk around behind the dog picking up all doo-doo. What kind of business is that? Have you seen it in the park? You see the dog and you think they ain't gonna do it, are they? You just see them, no man, they ain't for me. I don't care if there's a plastic bag, I can feel the warmth, you understand? It's not for me. That ain't for me. I'll leave that to somebody else. No, that's it. But with a cat, they're independent, but they're so independent, you realise they're using you. You understand? The dog shows some loyalty. A cat, alright, I'll give you instance. Things I don't like about cats. Right now, and I'm here, God forbid, burglars in my house, that cat sit down and watch them clean the whole of that shit out of my house. Friend up the burglars, you know, purring on them. Twerking, showing them everything. Dog ain't gonna do that. The dog will attack, an intruder. God forbid you're ill. You ain't had visitors, or you live where there's not a lot of visitors that come. And you're ill, collapse, can't get to the phone door. You got a dog, the dog will try and raise the alarm, yes or no? We all grew up with Lassie, we see it. We never got with no helpful cat on TV, have we? No! You're dead in the house. The dog will at least bark. Bah, bah, bah. Try and make noise. Cat, you doing that? And cat sit down watching you dead. Give you the dumplings you were trying to feed it earlier. Here. See if that makes you feel better. But we do feed our animals foolishness, don't we? We do. When we was growing up, we used to watch animal food adverts. Kitty cat, pow. Black people's pets never. Back in the day had that, you know, they had chicken leg, okra, ackee and saltfish, rice and peas, dumplings. Who gives a cat dumplings? Come on. We do. Man's trying to get a goldfish. Let me see if we eat it. No. When We're not animal people. We ain't. Right now, I know the only thing I mustn't give the cat is chocolate. You're not supposed to get animals chocolate, is that right? Is that correct? Yeah, that's it. I haven't read a thing up on this cat yet. Not a thing. It's in my house, instead of catching mice, it's playing Batman on my curtains. I don't think you understand. I came in one day, the cat was as high as the door frame on my curtains, nails in it swinging. You know what, when the cat can pick me, I know what, calm down now, father. I'm waiting for the day, but a lot of people say they bring pets to you, don't they? You know when you let them out, they bring animals to you. But they say it's a present. How do you know it's a present? How do you know it's a present? The cat watch you by the stove all the time and decide, in no while you're shit to the end. He go out and cook his on and fling it in front of you, you know? Cook up that, season it. You think going for me is not for you? When you dash it away, don't you see how the cat look at you like, yeah, idiot, where you got to do that for? And how much couples, I've got to say, how much couples do we have in here? Because it's a beauty contest, but I'd like, how much couples here? Look, she said not many, so everybody are singletons. Yeah? Is that how life's going? Don't know what we're doing. All right, how much married people do we have in here? Oh, believe in it, thank you. Got people that are frightening me. Like weddings are too expensive again. Wedding really, but you know what, I tell you what, the truth is as a man, wedding is really a woman's day. Man understand that. You see programs on TV, don't tell the bride, hey, don't tell the husband, there's no business about husband. It's a woman's day, and that's not bad, because if you do love the woman, you want her to feel special. She wants everybody to know she's taken, she's wanted. Men, wedding, we'd marry at home, in our pajamas. We wouldn't really win. I would. Knock, open the door. Come in, Reverend. Come in. Sit down, have a cup of tea. Say what it is and then gone. Because bottom line is, the ceremony is all a part of the woman's day. Yeah, I don't mind that. I ain't never been married. I ain't never been married. Do you know what I mean? I've got the picture then, though. And they come and they're gone. And it's beautiful when they turn 80, because you don't have to open the door to them no more if you don't want to. Social, yeah, it's the truth, isn't it? No, you know what? It's to tease them, sometimes you must do it. You must learn to tease the pit with them. Because when they're young, they tease you. Most parents in here now, you've got young kids under 17. You'll have heard at one time, joking around with you, they tell you, go on then, I'll phone social services. And you never heard that convict before. Yeah? Go on then, I'll phone social, you can't do this. I know not from you two, because you two look like killers. Yeah? Not from me, not from me. Seriously, if you got them under, how old's your son? Could I ask you? Oh, you got a daughter. You've got the son. How old's your son now, ask you?
36.
Right, and he still don't fool around with you. I love that. Because that's how it should be. No matter how big you are, always respect your mum. Because mums ain't scared of you. How tall is he, bub? Is he a big lad? Are you scared of him? No. Yeah, because I don't see your mouth moving, yeah? I'm hearing. It's your sister. Oh, auntie. I like that. I think you got to rough them up. Well, you don't have to rough them up. You can scare them. Some people don't want to hit their kids. I noticed that. If you don't want to hit them, scare them. From little. Get things like, get a weightlifter's belt and just hang up. But they don't know, that's bigger than a regular belt, isn't it? No one don't want to be hitting the house with that. Do you know what I mean? But I never used to get a lot of beatings. I'm the youngest out of all my cousins' generation, my brothers and that, and I was a snitch. Oh, that's how you survive in the house. I was brought up in beating generations, where you got beaten for nearly everything. 70s, 80s, you got beaten. Police weren't coming to your door, neither were social services. I snitched. I've got two big fat cousins. So number one, they're prime candidate to take the licks from me. They are. I snitch, man. Not even any snitching. I snitch and put up my hand a lot. I tell you when I snitch. I tell you, I didn't just snitch straight off. I don't like the threat. And the threat was old school people. You remember when, like, your parents or family went out, left like you hear what I'm saying, and you have something that you know, this is going to be a beatable offence. Someone's getting hit for this check. So you band together, innit? Do you remember that? Loyalty, banding together with your brother and sisters and trying to make up a story on how to stop. You remember? And it would usually be something that was positive, so at least mum kind of tried to think, well, at least, like, oh, we were sweeping up, and you was polishing, and you tripped over the broom, and you knocked it over. You see when they're making that plan? Watch the youngest ones in the family. They have no interest in what you lot got to say. They're walking around. But at the first sign of anything, they're snitching. Watch it, the youngest one in the house, any of your lot's household, your kids, your brother, they will snitch you for the right flavour ice cream. I said, listen, these are the ones you watch out for. Before you go, the real snitchers, most kids play. Who done it? Them. The ones you watch out for is the ones that raise your shoulder first. Them are the real dirty snitchers. I've never seen it. Who done it? Watch that for them. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to me. You've been an absolutely wonderful crowd. Enjoy the rest of the night. My name's Sibling. Thank you.
Yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much.